welcome back. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone that took the time to watch my previous video. I'm super grateful for the awesome feedback that I got from it, so thank you. In this video, I wanted to talk about some tips for long distance relationships. Some of you may know that me and my husband were in a long distance relationship for 2 years before we got engaged and then married. It was one of the hardest things we both ever had to do. We were also on different time schedules. What are they?
Time zones.
Oh yeah. We're also on different time zones, so that made it even more difficult for us to communicate. I'll be sharing some tips for you guys, and hopefully this makes your relationship a little bit easier, funner. So here are my top 5 tips to help you and your loved ones in a long distance relationship or during this time that we're not able to see each other. To surprise each other. If your loved one you know is going to have a promotion at work, if they are moving to a new place, a new apartment, a new home, if it's their birthday, if it's Valentine's Day, I would say always make the small moments special. Send them cards, candy, balloons, pizza, dinner. Just come up with small ways to let them know that they are thought about even when they are not around, and that you are celebrating them in their moments as well. To send handwritten letters and notes, and to send care packages. I remember my husband, when we were dating, he would send me handwritten notes, and it was just the most special thing that I received. And he would also send me sweet things like my favorite snacks, pictures that we took together, pictures of himself that I could put up on my wall or take with me when I was traveling. They're just really thoughtful things, and it's nice to have some handwritten notes from your loved ones. So yeah, go back to snail mail and send some handwritten letters. Plan holidays and vacations together. We did this a lot. We would either work out if I'm gonna go to see him, or he's gonna come to see me, or we're gonna meet somewhere in the middle. And we would do this over and over and over again. Right after a holiday was done, we would say, okay, this is when I'm gonna see you again. And it worked out. It was very hard, so be prepared. Be mentally prepared for the visit, because you're gonna end up going and separating again at the end of the visit. So you really have to be prepared, because it's a lot of mixed emotions during the trip. It's a really big high when you first see each other, and then a really sad low when you have to leave and separate again. The whole process of planning a trip and all of the activities that you're gonna do on the trip, it just makes time go by. It gives you something to look forward to, and it's always nice to travel with your loved ones. So plan a trip. I know right now it's kind of tough, but always have on your vision board where you want to go, where you both want to go next. So number 4 and number 5 are both equally as important to me. I think you need both of these to have a really strong relationship. So I'll just go for our number 4, and that is to plan video chat calls. We chatted almost every day, I think multiple times a day if we could. In my case, we were 12 hours apart, so it kind of worked out. His mornings was my night and vice versa. So we always planned to either have breakfast together or dinner together, and of course the other would be having the opposite meal, but it was great. On special days, we would plan a time, or on date night specifically, we would plan a time to call each other. We would have a TV on in our own personal space, and we would start a show at the same exact time, and we would kind of watch it together. So it may sound silly for people who are not in long distance, but it was a really nice thing for us to do, and just to feel like we were close and connected and doing the same thing at the same time. Another video chat date that you can do is to cook together. I can recall so many times that we would call each other, set up the phone on a tripod or lean it up against the wall or whatever, and we would cook in the kitchen and then sit down and have our meal. So again, it was just nice to be able to be a part of each other's lives, even though we couldn't be there physically. It was nice just to see each other cooking, sitting down and having dinner or breakfast, and just catching up on the day or the night before or the day that we're going into. So that's another huge tip. I suggest doing that all the time. It just keeps you guys connected and close, and it just is special to make set time, of course, to video chat, but to have a date on video chat is a very important thing to do, in my opinion. The last tip I have is probably one of the most important ones to me. It is to set an end date. I remember when me and my now husband started dating, I knew how hard long distance could be. So we talked about it and we decided that we would date for a maximum of 2 years and decide where we wanted to take our relationship. We knew that we wouldn't be in a long distance relationship if it was just a fling, or if there was no future there for either of us. We didn't want to waste each other's time. So we knew that if we dated for 2 years and everything was good, we were going to make a change, either me moving to be with him moving to be with me, or us moving to be together in whatever way, shape, or form we could do it. So we had that straight from the beginning, probably as soon as we were talking about being in a relationship together. And even though the days were long, the time flew by and it was really hard. I'm getting sad.
It's okay, Whoopi. You're doing great. That's my girl.
It's good, funky. I remember DJ had to tell me so many times, like,
That's my.
He reminded me all the time. What did he remind me? The days were really long and it was really hard, but the time flew by, especially because we planned things in between the long spurts that we didn't get to see each other. I remember DJ always just supporting me and, reminding me that this wasn't gonna last forever. How many more months until we can see each other again and hold each other. And he would always tell me that, one day we're gonna be sitting on our couch, looking back and laughing at all of the things that we put each other through, and how hard it was back then to be away. And I'm glad that we can do that now, because it was horrible. It was so hard. But nonetheless, it made us so grateful for our relationship, and I wouldn't change it for anything. I think it made us value our time together, and I hope that this helps you guys that are struggling in long distance relationships, or even just during this time when we can't freely see our friends and family. Start up those video chat calls, play games via video chat, write each other handwritten meaningful letters, and just be even more grateful when you do get to see your loved ones in person. So I'm still getting used to the camera. This is kind of this is new for me, and I'm still a bit shy and uncomfortable in front of the camera. So subscribe to my channel. I was so proud that I got 10 subscribers from my last video, so thank you. I appreciate it. And leave some comments down below on long distance or on what you would like to see next. And yeah, thank you guys. See you next time.